is Kate. Welcome to Covert with Narcissist 101. Thank you for joining me. Haven't subscribed? Please do. Guys, today's topic is the Christmas holidays, the Covert Narcissist and the police. I actually don't know what title this is, but all of that rolled up in one. Because one thing the Covert Narcissist would do is try to mess up your holidays. It doesn't matter how they go through the kids, they go through whatever. They will try to mess up whatever it is you found like it's some kind of a joy or peaceful for you. They will find a way to mess that up. So check this out. According to divorce decree, the kids are supposed to leave right after school closes, and they're going to stay for this year with the Covert Narcissist until the 28th. So I was supposed to pick them up by noon on the 28th. Of course, school closed. He came and got them, no problem. They went. By 27th, I'm, calling the kids, or not calling them actually, because he blocked that he didn't have any phone in the house. He just made it possible, or made it impossible for the kids to reach out to me. So there's no phone in the house. They can't reach out with me, and they don't take their cell phone from here to there for different reasons from past videos. So anyway, so we're emailing. So I told email the kids I'm coming. It's time to pick them up. So 28th by noon, December 28th noon, I am there. Calling on the phone, no answer. And I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be another BS. I just see that happening. I called again because, like I said, he had his phone, he didn't answer it. So finally, I think the third time I called, my daughter answered. And the way she answered, I just knew that, yeah. It's like, Mom, I said, yeah, hey, guys, come on, it's time to go. And all I heard in the background was him yelling over there, go where? Go where? They're not going anywhere. So I'm like, okay, it is the 28th. Remember? Well, remember that time in 2000, I believe he said it was 17 or 18, one of those, that I had the kids all the way to the 30th. So the kids didn't need to stay over there. Now, you have to understand, of course, with these people, anytime they choose to be, at least in my situation, anytime they disappear when they're supposed to be with their kids, is always their choice. It's always their choice. But somehow they want to put that on you. So him not being there to get the kids or spend time with the kids, always his fault. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to argue with this person. I'm like, you're going to release the kids? That's what the decree says today. Well, I'm not doing that. You go call the police. And then hang up the phone and say, okay. So I drove up to the police station. It was one that is close by there because right now the Covert Narcissists have moved 35 minutes drive away from me. So that's going to be another story. So I drove to that place and the lady said, oh, this is, I called them from the parking lot. The lady was like, oh, no, this is like the school, the campus police. So it's stuff that happens within the school. So I can't come there to do, file what I want to, because I wanted to file charges really, or file a report to do. So it has to be student related on the campus ground. So why she said that, I'm like, oh yeah, wait a minute. I actually need to have the divorce decree, which I didn't have. So I now have to drive back to my place to go get the decree, then came around to that side again, went to another police station. And when I went over there, they asked me his address and I gave them, they're like, oh man, we don't have jurisdiction over there. That's a different county. I'm like, okay. So now the whole time, remember this, I left over there by 12:15 or whatever, or 12:30 while I was waiting for him to release the kids. That didn't happen. So meantime, I've gone home, gone to 2 different police stations, and the time is going. And of course, when I finally found out, the whole time I was gone, he was telling or bragging to the new supply how I am dumb, that I don't even know how to read the decree, that, you see, the reason why I haven't shown up is because I know I was in the wrong, that I probably have gone home. Because you have to understand, once you remember, you don't have to, you know what these people want from you. What he wanted was for me to be engaging with him, maybe emailing him back and forth, or maybe trying to still call and he won't answer the phone. But after he yelled, called the police, I didn't reach out. I didn't call back because I just knew nobody has time for the bullshit, So I wasn't going to give him that satisfaction of going back and forth with him. That wasn't going to happen. So while he was waiting, anticipating me, happily waiting for me to go back and forth with him, that never happened. So I decided to talk to my kids according to my children. That's what he was talking about, how I'm dumb. I couldn't read the divorce decree well. I don't follow the rules. And they're telling the new supply I'm not going to show up because I already know that I'm in the wrong here. So, but anyway, so back to me going to the police station. They told me that's not his, his address is not under it's a different county. So now I now calling the county, the number they gave me. Of course, that took forever because I'm calling the non-emergency number because, yeah, there's no point tying up the line for a serious situation. I just needed to file a report. That was one thing. And two, have a police officer come with me to enforce the divorce decree so I can take my kids home. That's all I wanted. So the non-emergency number was long. So I was sitting in the parking lot of the of the other police station calling them. And finally, the lady got on the phone, took my information, and said, another cop will meet me over there so I can go to the place. So sitting in the parking lot waiting, it was, I don't know, about 30 minutes, maybe 35 minutes. I was sitting in that parking lot. Finally, the cop called me on the phone. He's like, "Where are you, ma'am?" And I said, "Where I was." He's like, okay, hold on, let me call you back and something about. He now called back again, like in 5 minutes. Like, okay, why don't you meet me over there at his address? Because he was supposed to meet you at the parking lot. He's like, "No, go ahead and head towards his address." So I'm going that way too. I said, "Okay." So here now tell me why when I pulled into the street, there was not just one police car, but two of them. It was two of them in there. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And they like parked in front of his driveway. So I'm pulling in and I'm waving at them like, yeah, I'm the one that called for this. And they already went to talk to him before I got there. So while I was pulling in, two of them, the car lined up his, driveway. And then two of them are already standing outside. I think they had one person that was sitting in the front seat or something. He finally got out anyway. So then they were over there talking to him as I was pulling in. So when I now waved and said I'm the one that called them, one of them came over to my side. And thank God he didn't try to get me to come out, because what I wanted to happen was I just make sure that I don't engage with this person, because I know this whole thing was for me to go back and forth with him. So the fact that they didn't want me to come out of the car, he just asked me, so where is the divorce decree? Which section is it? I'm like, opened it, pointed it out to him. This is right here. Says that I have the kids by noon today. So that's all. So there was no interaction with him, which is what I was hoping for, because if you guys remember the last time he called the police of me, I just didn't want any interaction with him at all. So when they didn't tell me to come out of the car, that was great. I just told them this is what I have, and then that's it. They went over there, talked to him, and like he came across like, okay, ma'am, he's gonna let the kids come out. He had something about something you guys exchanged in the email that somehow you had the kids, and I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. But this is the decree that we're going by. He's like, oh yeah, just stick to the decree from now on. You guys don't deviate or blah, 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 blah. Cool. But anyway, 5 seconds, about 5 minutes or so later, the kids are coming out of the house and bringing the other stuff in. And I'm saying, thank you to the cops. And, we're on our way home. So, of course, the kids are not filling me in on what was going on, how he was huffing and puffing around the house like he was agitated, which of course meant what I was telling you guys. Like, he wants me, this whole show is to get attention, to you to engage with them, go back and forth. When he wasn't getting that, now he's pissed off, walking around the house, telling everybody how stupid I am. Me, I'm the decree, I don't understand it. And then, of course, bragging to the new supply how, you see that, she doesn't know what she's doing. She's not going to call anybody because she's in the wrong. We'll come to find out. Not only one cop showed up, but two. However, what didn't go down well with me, with the police, was I was trying to file a report. I really was trying to file a report. It wasn't just to come help me get the kids. But the cop was like, well, ma'am, he released the kids without any issue. Had it been as a problem, which we brought this up to him, if he doesn't release the children, then, I'll be forced to go file a report for him holding the kids back. But he did release the kids. So we don't need to file a report. But this is what happens every year. There's got to be some kind of way he holds the children back. It's like, man, because he released the kids, whatever, we don't need to file the report. Whatever. I already spent way too much time. I went over there by 12 noon. And by the time we're done with all of this, heading back to my side, it was about 4, just around 4 something, So, but anyway, that was how my, the holiday, well, holiday weekend or holiday time with the kids went is the covert narcissist, because if they're not going to do anything, they're going to try to disrupt whatever plans you have. Can you imagine if I had plans that day to go somewhere with the kids? I would have spent all the hours over here dealing with this person. But what's very satisfying to me and I'm happy was I never got to interact with him. I never raised my voice. I never beyond, are you going to release the kids? And I was so calm when I said, are you going to release the kids or not? Before he started yelling. I didn't raise my voice, nothing. Because once you understand that this is really most of what you want from me is for me to pay attention to you, give you my time, give you my energy, my emotions. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. All right, guys. Get a hold of your mind. Get a hold of your mind. And everything else will fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.